Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Ephemeral Orb, the TTRPG series that we're doing. Last time we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, but before we get into that, I would first like to remind you, dear viewer, that, well, first off, this episode is posted on Skoll Shorties channel. And the next episode will be posted on Sir Thompshire's channel, another one of our players. Then the next episode will be posted on my channel, Teeironor, the DM. You can find all of our links in the description and also at the end of the episode when we do our self-promotion bits. This is just the usual reminder because I've seen some confusion in the comments before. Now, before we get into the episode proper, I'd like to have our players introduce themselves as usual and their characters. So, DoomGoblin, could you please go ahead as usual?
Hello everyone. I'm DoomGoblin and I'm playing Captain Bladebeard, who's one lucky motherfucker, and I hope his luck, uh, is still a thing during this battle.
We'll see,
But
we'll
yeah,
see. We were joking a bit before the session that Bladebeard basically bypassed the bosses but took all the loot, but we'll talk about that more in the actual recap portion. Next would be Sir Thompshire.
And I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, a sellsword that, took this little trip to Westfall for seemingly nothing. So let's see if he actually accomplishes anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. And next would be Skoll, the person whose channel you guys are seeing this video on.
Hello. I am Skoll Shorties, and I am playing the lovable first mate Buhd, who is usually an ogre, but wanted to be a little bit different, and is now a female Draenei because yeah, sure.
Yeah, disguises, etc. Now, before we get into the episode itself, as is tradition, we do have a pre-scripted recap that I would kindly like to ask Skoll, since he's the host of this video, so to say, to read out for everyone. Skoll, could you please go ahead?
Yep, I'm gonna open that up. Ooh, Microsoft Word.
Well, what else should I be using? Notepad?
I use what is it, Google Drive or whatever? Yeah.
I guess that works. I'm more old-fashioned, what can I say?
That makes sense. Alright. I should read that out then.
Please go ahead.
During an autumn market day, Benjamin Aaran and a bit later First Mate Buhd teleported into Sentinel Hill in Westfall alongside several companions. Their objective was to try and pass unseen and reach Lord Roswell's estate, where Captain Bladebeard was being kept as a prisoner. Unbeknownst to him, however, Captain Bladebeard, by a mixture of incredible good luck, random happenstance, and sheer guts, managed to escape his prison cell. During his flight, the pirate captain stole 3 notable artifacts from Lord Roswell: a mysterious hourglass with an unknown magical properties, a translucent orb which shows far off yet present time events, and an ornate staff which created a brief telepathic link with the captain's nemesis, the troll Zolgalga. There we go. Meanwhile, Benjamin Aaran and First Mate Buhd's group encountered a few bureaucratic and social difficulties, but nevertheless managed to make their way across Westfall. Eventually, following Archmaid Meridia's tracker, they found Bladebeard traveling freely across one of Westfall's roads, riding a horse stolen from a farmer. Teleporting ahead of their other companions, Benjamin, Buhd, and Bladebeard, Kirgosa, and Meridia reunited for a brief moment. However, quickly afterwards, a host of Lord Roswell's soldiers teleported into the scene themselves, following the tracker on Bladebeard's arm.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Skoll. And also, dear viewers, you viewers are going to see this into the future, but for us, this thing will happen. But basically, Skoll's birthday is coming up, so I would first very much like to wish Skoll a happy birthday. And also, Skoll, as is tradition with this kind of stuff, you're going to receive a bit of inspiration. Well, Buhd will receive it, I suppose. I'll just call it Inspired Ogre, which is basically an advantage that you can use twice this session only, which you can see right here. So, once again, happy future birthday, but for the viewers, it will be past birthday. 9th of June, everyone. Happy birthday, Skoll.
Ooh, yeah.
Your microphone might be dying again, by the way. What a time. Yeah. Meanwhile, while you perhaps fix your mic, the last scene where we left off, Lord Roswell's men teleported in, led by the mage who kept torturing Bladebeard, and a person that Benjamin would know from like hearsay, etc., as Lord Roswell's bastard son. The guardsmen who teleported in heavily outnumber you guys. Now, just so you guys aren't like scared or anything like that, you will see that I've typed in the turn order right here. That does not mean that we are going to jump into combat, not necessarily, unless you guys decide to do that. Rather, I just typed it in because there's a lot of NPCs and I wanted to have it ready, just in case. But obviously the situation can definitely be resolved peacefully, depending on what you guys do, okay?
Yeah, I think in my head we can probably handle this peacefully.
Who knows? So, as you guys were just like talking, and Bladebeard suddenly looked at his arm, realized it was glowing, and immediately afterwards these Roswell people teleported in. Before like you guys have a chance to react, Bladebeard, can I get a forceful check difficulty 2 to see, because the horse will be startled, to see if you manage to stay on?
Alright, forceful +2, alright.
Yep.
-1.
The horse drops you on your ass and runs away. You are knocked prone at the moment.
Oh no. I mean, our friendship was based on a lie anyway. So,
Very much true. Benjamin, Buhd, if you guys want to, this is purely optional, obviously. If you guys want to try to catch the horse, you are probably the only ones who are able to do that. Otherwise, it's going to run off in a random direction.
Buhd can try and grab the horse.
Then please roll a quick difficulty 2. You catch the shit out of that horse, what can I say? Not only do you catch it, it calms down at your presence. It seems to like you, Buhd. Yeah.
Good horsey.
Nevertheless, what's your guys' reactions to
I
seeing
mean, you both have hooves. Maybe you just created some sort of a mutual understanding.
Apparently.
Maybe.
They're hoof buddies now.
Yeah. But other than that, what are you guys' reactions to these people teleporting in? Again, Bladebeard is knocked prone and Buhd slightly ran off after a horse, but you guys are still able to react.
Basically, a moment of shock and an immediate the action to put my hands on the sheath of my sword.
Okay.
Who the heck are these people?
Yeah, both the Archmage and Kyrie would also take like ready positions, but not like hostile ones. And we mentioned this last episode, but there's like 20 guardsmen, so they do outnumber you. Just something to keep in mind. But yeah, the person you guys see on the left over here, which, as I mentioned, Benjamin would know as Lord Roswell's bastard son, would walk forward a little bit and say, "So, Captain Bladebeard, it seems that Janlin's, whatchamacallit, what's the word? Hunch, yeah, Janlin's hunch was right. You ran right into the hands of your friends." Blade, go ahead.
Well, you see, I throw a dagger at him.
Okay, nice. Then roll sneaky, and I will roll a careful. And at this point, I guess combat will begin.
Yeah.
I hope you work out this other way.
You cut out.
Damn it,
Sorry.
Bladebeard.
Alright, my sneaky, right?
You also cut out Thompshire when you were talking. Just FYI.
I was saying that I hope he hits his other eye.
Okay, he takes 2 damage. I've written that down. And now combat has officially begun. Okay. This guy will go first in the turn order because he is the quickest. You got your surprise round, Bladebeard. And he's going to rush towards you and probably attempt to kick you in the face while you are still a bit down. What do you do?
Yeah, I jump aside. I try to evade his attack.
Okay, please roll your quick then.
Is that his forceful or is a quick?
They're both equal.
So he's a
Right?
kind of
4.
Okay, you successfully dodge. Seema is not here. You guys teleported ahead, so now it is Kyrie's turn. Kyrie will sigh in frustration and try to attack this guy with an arcane bolt. And let me check. Yeah. 5. And Kyrie ties, getting an advantage. Right. I'll just call it dragon spellcasting so we know whose advantage it is.
This is the first time Kyrie took an active role in a fight, right? The other times she was like holding the barrier, right?
No, she was fighting the dagger when Benjamin
Yeah,
was
at the very end of
unconscious.
the dagger fight, she
Yeah.
like took center stage to fight the dagger after Meridia was defeated, and also when the blood sails attacked your guys' ship, she transformed into a dragon rather, and scared the blood sails away. Yeah.
I don't remember that part at all.
Well, it was a brief encounter. When we get to the mission part, I don't even know if we'll include that, honestly. Yeah. Next, it's your guys' turn, and you guys all have the same quick stats, so you guys go at the same time, aka you guys decide what do you guys do.
Who would like to go first?
Pretty much.
Yes, you can, since you were just attacked.
Yeah, sure. Can I, are we like surrounded by fields and like high grass?
Yeah, I would say so.
Alright. Can I jump back on my horse?
Your horse is in Bud's hands at the moment, aka a bit far away, but you can run up to the horse.
Alright, never mind. I'll just yell, "Hey, you want your magic toys? Come and get them!" And I'll run into the tall grass, into the field.
Okay, Do you want me to treat this as you trying to leave the battlefield, or as you like creating an advantage for a future sneak attack?
Oh, I'm not leaving the battle. I just want to sneak attack them from the field as they follow me.
Okay, then I will treat this as, oh, if you agree, I will treat this as you creating an advantage that you would then use in a future sneak attack. Make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Then roll for me your sneaky. It will be difficulty 2. This isn't very difficult.
Sneaky 4.
Okay, you create the advantage. What would you like this advantage to be called?
Oh man. Something with a field. I don't know.
Dwarf in the Rye?
Oh, is that a book?
Yeah, Catcher in the Rye, and yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, for some reason I know. I believe I read that. Yeah, sure.
I had to read it in high school.
Yeah, me too. Catcher in the Rye. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, you have successfully done so, Bladebeard, and you'll be able to use this advantage when, like, performing sneak attacks from the surrounding tall grass. Now it's Buhd and/or Benjamin. You guys just saw Bladebeard initiate the conflict and then apparently run off.
I just look back, somewhat not surprised at this point. And while trying to somewhat keep my distance from the massive group of soldiers, I cast a small fireball and just yeet it at one of the guards.
Okay. How would you? This sounds either. I can justify
I'd
it.
say it's a quick.
Okay. I could have seen this as, well, pretty much anything except clever or flashy, honestly, depending on how you worded it. So then roll your quick, please, and I'll roll the guard's defense. Roll me a
Wow. I hope I kill like 4 of them at the same time.
You unfortunately, you take care of one of them. He's not like dead, but he is too injured to fight, so basically knocked out with that roll. You got the maximum possible roll, but he also got a pretty good roll, so there's that.
Not even that. What's it called? The
Well, you got the best possible roll, but he also rolled really well. I'm sorry. Okay, 1 down, 19 guards to go, I guess.
Yay!
Next would be Buhd.
What use to Bladebeard running away?
It's your turn.
Buhd goes to strike his sword at one of the guardsmen.
Okay.
After patting Horsey and telling Horsey to stay put.
Okay.
Stay put, Horsey. But keep you safe.
I'm happy to let you know, but because of your previous roll, the horse will not run away from like the battlefield, unless something else happens. But yeah, okay. You charge the group of guardsmen. Can I get a forceful roll from you, please? Okay, and you trample one of them, and he is again not dead, but too wounded to fight, at least at the moment. Okay. Next, Hergen is not here, so the Defiance mage person, seeing this, she is going to throw a fireball at you, Buhd, because you seem to be the most imminent threat. But she will also yell at the rest of the guards, "Ignore Bladebeard, we can find him later. Let's deal with these scum first." But how do you defend against a fireball?
It's having a lot of fun today.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Yeah, I know. It keeps booting down for some reason. I don't get it. Bud lifts up his cannon to smack against the firepole.
Okay, please roll your quick or forceful. I leave it up to you. Also, just FYI, you were getting a bit of background noise through your microphone. It's manageable, but yeah, fix it after you roll, please. Okay? Okay, you have to take 2 damage. How do you take it? Just as a reminder, while you fix your microphone, you have the option of taking a stress, taking a consequence, which I honestly wouldn't really recommend, but it's up to you, or using your fate points or advantages to mitigate the damage. But again, it's entirely up to you.
Yeah, we haven't even healed our level 6 consequences, and we'll probably get some nice new consequences this fight.
Who knows?
Is my microphone better
Yes,
now?
yeah, much better, much better.
Okay, good. I will take a stress box
Okay,
then.
makes sense. I'll also mark it down for you. Okay. Very well. Next would be the Archmage's turn, who will try to attack this mage person with a frostbolt. And the Defias mage person will try to defend herself with a quickly thrown fireball in the frostbolt's direction. Oh wow, and she succeeds with style, which means she gets an advantage, the Defias person. Okay. Magical duo, I'll just call it this, and mark it with red to make it known that it's an aspect of the enemy. Okay, next would be the guardsman's turn, who will attack you, Bud, because you're the imminent danger. How do you defend against their small attacks with their hand axes?
Bud will try to parry them with his sword.
Okay, quick or forceful, then up to you. Which, well, it's the same stat.
Yeah. I always go typically for forceful with Bud.
Okay. You have to take 1 point of damage. How do you do that?
Consequence.
It's up to you, but you could also take your level 1 stress. Again, it's up to you.
I'll go with level 2 stress. That sounds better.
Oh, level 1, but yeah.
Yeah, level 1. My bad.
Okay. Next, it's the nobleman's son, who, seeing this general pandemonium, thinks that the guardsmen have you handled, Bud, as well as the mage. So he's actually going to rush you, Benjamin. How do you defend yourself? I will roll his quick.
I'll quickly raise my sword to defend against this incoming blow.
Okay, please roll your quick then. A tie means he gets an advantage, unless you want to spend a fate point. But actually I'm going to invoke the almost brain dead consequence to deal 2 damage to you. How do you take 2 damage?
I guess I'll take my level 2 stress box.
Okay, very well. Next would be Kyrie's turn, who, seeing this, will yell out at Bud. Bud, do you need help? Or should I focus on damage?
Help Bud.
Okay, then she is going to... let me find the thingy. Okay, she's going to roll her clever to create a magical barrier around Bud that you, Bud, can use to mitigate damage, okay?
Okay.
be difficulty 2, and she succeeds with style, so yeah, I'll just call it Ogre in a barrier so we know what it's about. And you get 2 charges. Basically, you can use this bud to defend yourself against attacks if necessary. Next, it's your guys' turn, the players. What do you guys do?
Well, I guess I can go first. So, kind of taking damage from his previous blow. Like, I'll just go with the momentum and try to quickly slice at his chest.
Okay, please roll a quick attack then. And I'll roll his quick to defend. A tie means you get an advantage. What would you like this advantage to be called?
No idea.
Duel of the Fates, sure.
Sure, that's a nice reference.
Sure. Okay. Bladebeard or Buhd?
Well, I guess I can go. Apparently nobody followed me,
Yes,
so
but
my plan didn't work.
you can still use your advantage if you want to like make a sneak attack, because basically
Yeah.
they think they think that you've run away, and they'll find you later, basically.
All right. Can I sneak attack the mage woman?
You can with a ranged weapon, not with a melee one, because she's surrounded by like other guardsmen.
All right. I have my throwing dagger.
Okay, then please roll your sneak, and I will roll this mage woman's careful, which I have to find first.
4.
Okay, what is okay? She has a careful of 3.
Come on,
Okay,
fail.
she has to take 2 damage. Okay.
But I'll also use my advantage, the one,
Very well.
one
To deal
named after
4
a book.
damage. Okay.
and I'm going to invoke my stab aspect.
With one of your fate points. Okay, to deal 6 damage. Okay.
That man.
Okay.
She needs to die.
She's going to take her level 2 stress as well as her level 4 consequence, which I will type on screen in a bit. What would you like this consequence to be called?
Oh, what level consequence?
4.
4.
So pretty severe
Alright.
one, but not like super severe. That makes sense.
Oh man, I don't know. Something that can be used.
Backstab, I don't know. She's basically, it's to signify the fact that she's wounded from your knife, grievously wounded, I would say, which obviously would impede her.
Yeah, backstab.
Okay.
Pretty simple, but yeah.
Yeah. Simple but effective, I think. Very well. I think it's Bud's turn at the moment.
Yeah.
Buhd will move to kick one of the guards with his hooves.
Okay. Please roll your forceful then. Oh, nice. Okay, you knock out another one. 17 to go, I guess. Very well. The Defias Mage Lady. I don't think she would know exactly where you attacked from, Bladebeard. You caught her completely off guard, so she wouldn't attack you. She would take like a moment to recover, and yeah, she's going to start channeling a spell, aka a mega attack. So I'm going to roll her clever difficulty 2. Okay, she gets 2 charges, basically mega fireball, And these are 2 charges that she gets to use on her next attack. Okay?
God, we're gonna die.
I think you guys are doing fairly well. You haven't done this. Well, you've done some damage, and you've also taken some damage, but you've also made a lot of advantages, which do count. Okay? Next, it's Meridia's turn, who, seeing this mage woman casting, will not attack her, but instead will prepare a counter spell. So basically she's going to create an advantage to use against the enemy's attack. Also difficulty 2. And she fails. Okay. Next would be...
Meridia.
Next would be the guardsmen, who are going to attack Buhd once again. Buhd, how do you defend?
Buhd uses his cannon as a big ol' shield.
Okay, please do so. Roll your forceful. A tie means they get an advantage. Okay. Ran I on the rope, so I'll just call it that. For simplicity's sake. Okay. Next will be the nobleman's son, who engaged in this duel with Benjamin, will slash at you once again. And he will yell out as he slashes, I told my father that he should have sent me instead of you. How hard is it to go to an auction and buy something?
Before I reply, is that a forceful or a quick attack?
It's the same stat, but I know because of your stunt. I know because of your stunt. I'm just for fairness sake, I'm going to roll a d2. 2 is forceful, and 1 is quick. Okay, it's forceful.
Okay. So what did you say again?
Basically, I told my father that he should have sent me, not you. And how hard is it to go to an auction and buy something?
Well, pretty easy generally, but there was some kind of invasion, so yeah. And while I say that, I quickly raise my sword to defend against this blow.
Okay, please do so, and also please feel free to apply your stunt. Very nice, which means on this successful defense you create an advantage. Would you like to get another charge on Duel of the Fates? Okay, for simplicity's sake. Okay. Next will be Kyrie, who will also try to prepare a counter spell to the enemy mage's fireball, because she sees the danger in that. Difficulty 2. Okay, she successfully does so, and with style. Okay. Next would be you guys. In whichever...
What does it do that she succeeded with style? Is it the charge?
She gets 2 charges, basically.
Oh, so did the mage lady also get a succeed with style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mega fireball against the mega counter spell, but you don't know who she's aiming that fireball at.
Yeah, speaking of the mage lady, I throw another dagger at her.
Okay. Roll a sneaky, but this time, let me look at her thing. This time, yeah, actually it's the same. Yeah, roll your sneaky, please.
7.
Nice.
Alright.
And she has to take 3 points of damage. Nicely done.
Alright, yeah, let's use another fate point and again use stab.
Okay. She has to take
Oh.
5 points of damage.
I think Bladebeard's gonna solo her.
Yeah, she needs to die. She tortured me.
Quite possibly. Okay, she's going to take her level 3 stress and a level 2 consequence. What would you like this level 2
Oh
consequence to be
wait,
called?
can I also use her
Yes, you can.
backstab thing? Where is it? Yeah, the thing I did the last turn.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, for like 2 more damage, right?
Okay, so 7 points of damage. How will she take 7? Levels. It would be a level 6 consequence and a level 1 stress. Okay, so what would you like the level 6 consequence to be called? The level 6 means basically like a grievous wound, like you lost an arm or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, alright, I threw a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know.
Mm,
Any ideas, guys?
I would propose maybe like you punctured her lung or something like that. But up to you,
Yeah,
obviously.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I took her breath away.
Nice.
Oh my! That's a good one. Not gonna lie.
Really good one. Yeah. Okay. Over here it is. Very nicely done. Okay. Next, Benjamin or Buhd.
I guess I'll go ahead. So, having masterfully defended against his blow, I take the opportunity to go in for a quick pierce on his sword-holding shoulder.
Then I would allow you either to roll quick, which is obvious, or careful because you're aiming for something minute. But it's the same stat.
Careful, just to be different, I guess.
Yeah, sure. And I will roll his quick to defend. He succeeds with style, which means he gets an advantage. Overextended is the advantage against you, okay? You've overextended yourself when you try to hit him, I think. But it's your turn.
Alright, is it possible for Bud's cannon to take out multiple targets?
Yes, definitely.
Alright, Bud sets his sights on the guards and opens fire with his cannon.
Okay, let me think how this would work to... you're using your stunt, obviously, but I'm trying to think what would be the most advantageous for you.
There's
I will-
20 of them, right?
Sorry?
So, there's 20 of the guards, right?
Yeah, well, 17 now, after you took care of a few of them.
Yeah, he can roll a d20 and... yeah,
well,
maybe that's too powerful.
I was thinking something similar, but not a d20 because they wouldn't line up in a line. But I will allow,
Yeah.
I think a d10. Basically, we're going to roll a d10 to see how many you kill, Bud. Would you like to do the honors or should I?
Do I just roll d10?
Yeah, /roll space d10 or 1d10. It's the same thing.
Alright, I will roll it.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Fate point! Fate point! Fate point!
It doesn't quite work that way. I'm sorry.
That's so rude!
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's rigged. He uses his birthday magic.
Use my birthday something.
Okay, because it's your birthday, I will allow you to spend one of your birthday inspirations to re-roll the d10. Is that acceptable?
Yes. That'll... God damn it.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Don't fail me now, Luck. I'm begging you. Please. Oh, come on!
No!
It's an improvement.
Oh, well, take 2 out. Something.
Nice. Well.
Oh.
Ugh.
And by the way, now I'm going to roll for the horse because to see if the cannon shot startled it. A 2 is, I will roll a d2. At a 2, he runs away. At a 1, he stays. Okay, the horse ran away.
Come on.
Horsey, come back! No!
Unless you guys want to try to stop it. Okay.
But who's all his friends?
Well, I should say it's probably for the better that he ran off, because if Buhd would have tried to ride this horse, he would have certainly broken the horse's back.
Oh, that would have
About the friendship, not the riding.
Poor Buhd.
Now we will never know. Okay. Next, this Defias mage woman with rage building up in her eyes as at this dwarf who keeps backstabbing her. Now with the second attempt, she has sort of pinpointed your location, and she will throw this massive fireball at you, Bladebeard. How do you defend yourself?
Well, I guess,
What a catastrophic
tried.
roll, but go ahead.
yeah, I try to stay hidden.
Okay, roll your
Or-
sneaky. Makes sense. Okay,
What did she roll?
a 1.
One?
Now
And I
she...
got a 2.
Yeah, she's going to use both charges of Mega Fireball, but Kyrie will also use both charges of Counterspell, so they will cancel each other out. But I will expend one of my fate points to reroll this mage's attack against you, Bladebeard.
Alright.
Okay, you have to take 1 damage. Not much better, slightly better. How do you take 1
1
damage?
Yeah, I'll take level 1 stress.
Okay, she is still somehow unable to pinpoint your exact location, and Kyrie's counterspell definitely weakens her fireball, so she's only able to like slightly singe you as the fireball passes by you, and her face is contorted in rage. Okay, now
So it's Bladebeard.
okay, now it's Meridia's turn. What will Meridia do? Well, she thinks that this mage is now handled, so she will try to assist Benjamin. She will try to throw a frostbolt at Lord Roswell's son. And she ties, aka she gets an advantage. Benjamin, would you like to get another charge on Duel of the Fates for simplicity's sake?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Just for simplicity's sake. Okay. Yeah, next will be the guardsman's turn. 15 of them left. They will try to hack at Buhd again. Oh, not +4, so I rolled the wrong thing. How do you defend yourself, Buhd?
Buhd goes for a roll on the grass. Or the wheat, or whatever it's called.
Okay, then you, if you dodge, roll a quick then, please. Nice, you successfully dodge. Okay. Next is the nobleman's son, who will sort of sneer at this, and yeah, I think he's going to try to like disengage from you, Benjamin, and try to slash at Meridia with his sword. And how will Meridia defend? She will defend with her quick. And she succeeds. She manages to dodge, surprisingly enough. The nobleman's son has rolled fairly poorly. Okay?
I guess that's what he gets for charging with one eye.
Sure. Next, it's Kyrie's turn, whom... What would Kyrie do? She's going to ask, anyone need help? AKA, do any of you need to have Kyrie make a defensive barrier against you, for you?
I think I'm fine.
would need another one. I don't know if he does, because doesn't he still have it up?
Yeah, I think the question is more addressed at either Bladebeard or Benjamin because you already have a
Yeah,
barrier.
I think Benjamin doesn't need it. For now, at least.
Okay, Bladebeard.
No. He stays in the field.
Okay, then instead of that, she is going to attack the guardsman with an arcane blast. And she takes another one out. Okay, 14 left, I guess. Next, it's your guys' turns.
I guess I can go first. I'll turn to the nobleman's son and say, "Come on, leaving our fateful duel already?" And then I charge him.
He will say, "She's the one who started fighting dirty. I knew you were good for nothing, but go ahead and charge Benjamin." Your would be either forceful or quick. I leave it up to you. Okay.
I went for quick.
Okay. And you managed to deal two damage to him.
I'll actually go ahead and use one of my Duel of the Fates advantages.
Okay. To deal 4 damage to him. Nice. I think he's going to take his level 4 consequence. While I type this in, what would you like the consequence to be called?
Level 4?
Yeah. So pretty severe one.
I don't know. Dislocated shoulder. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Nicely done. Okay. Next, Buhd or Bladebeard.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. Alright. Let's say that the mage woman, she burned a part of the field, and she's like, "Alright, I killed the dwarf," but then
Not quite.
Bladebeard.
Not quite.
Alright.
She's enraged at you, but feel free to, if you like want to do something sneaky, I will allow it. Just go ahead.
No. Yeah, I'll no longer be sneaky. I jump out of the field and jump at her.
Okay, then roll a quick or a forceful, please.
I'll do quick.
Okay, she will try to dodge out of the way.
Also quick.
Tidge, what would you like this advantage to be called?
What if I use took her breath away?
You very much can. Okay, if you deal 2 damage to her, she's going to take her level 3 stress at that point.
What does she have? Like, how many points does she have left?
She has her level 3 stress and her level 2 consequence, and afterwards she's out.
So wait, she has
No, that's the slots that are still open, aka what her remaining hit points, so to say.
Yeah, can you repeat?
Yeah, you can still attack her level 3 stress or her level 2 consequence, so 5 damage.
So 5 damage. Yeah, I don't think I can do that I can do 2 more.
If you do 2 more, it will be 4, and she would be obligated. It would be the same thing as 5 damage because there's no like level 4 stress. There's only level 3 stress.
Yeah, sure. I'll invoke my
Your last fate point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have anything else, right? Dragon spell casting, that's not mine. Yeah, I don't really have anything, so
Correct.
I'll invoke stab again.
Agreeable. Okay, you take her out of the fight. Are you trying to kill her or knock her unconscious?
Am I free to kill her if she surrenders?
You dealt the final blow and she has not surrendered. So it's
All right.
entirely up to you.
Alright, Bladebeard just jumps on her. He screams more than he screamed when she tortured him. He removes her her mask, the red thing, and bites down her throat.
Jesus, okay.
And yeah, she's dead.
Okay. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, yes, some of the guardsmen will like look at you stunned. Yeah,
I would run away if I were them, to be honest.
the nobleman's son will also be a bit stunned and will tell you, Benjamin, I've only seen that kind of stuff in Northrend. You've sunk quite low, Benjamin, with your what companions you're traveling with.
I bet he didn't have the best time, wherever he was.
Okay, the Defias mage woman is dead, and I'll now remove her from the initiative. Nicely done. Okay,
Yay!
I think it's Bud's turn at this point. Bud, you just saw your captain kill someone by biting their neck. And not just like in a spur of the moment thing, but like deliberately ripped off like the piece of clothing there to bite at the neck. Is your microphone dead again?
He's in shock.
Understandably. While we wait for Skoll, I'm curious, Benjamin, what are your thoughts on seeing this display?
I think it's absolutely horrible, but I kind of just said that, so I don't really sympathize with the enemy, I guess.
Fair enough. I'm also curious, Bladebeard, what's going through your head? What were you thinking when you did that?
He is fucking mad, and she needs to die.
My
Okay.
power went.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry. It is your turn.
Ready.
Also, I'm curious if you have any reaction or thoughts on seeing the gruesome way Bladebeard just killed a person.
I mean, for Bud, that's not too shocking to see. Well, I guess it's shocking to see somebody else do it besides him.
I mean, you eat dead heads, you just bit off a living person's neck.
Right. I don't think Bud has too, like, he's like kind of like, oh. but surprised you did that, Bladebeard.
He's still biting. No time to talk.
It is your turn, Bud, by the way. 14 guards remaining, and, well, Lord Roswell's son.
Bud goes to grab one of the guards and throw him at another card.
Okay, roll your forceful then, please. Okay, the guards succeed with style, so they will get an advantage against you. Open Ogre, aka the fact that you've left your defenses down. Okay. Next would be Meridia's turn. Meridia is probably incredibly shocked at this display and would probably do nothing on her turn, honestly. Taking into account the fact that like a turn would be equivalent to like 6 seconds of time. So like for several seconds she's too shocked to do anything. Okay, next would be the guardsman, the guardsman will try to attack you, Bud. How do you defend?
He goes for another parry with his cannon this time.
Please go ahead. A time means, well, I'm going to use the advantage I just created to deal 2 damage to you. How would you like to take 2 damage? I will remind you that you still have all of these various advantages that you can use.
I would like to use a fate point to make that a 4 instead of a 3.
Okay, you are able to do that, to expend a fate point, but again, you also have these advantages that would be free. I leave it up to you.
I'll save the birthday advantages.
Well,
Or
I mean the
for-
ogre and a barrier advantage specifically, signifying the magical barrier that Kyrie placed around you.
Oh yeah. Did I use that instead?
Yep.
Or
That's what it's there for.
okay. Alright, I'll use that instead of my fate point.
Okay. Tie again means they get an advantage of, yeah, I'll just recharge Open Ogre. Yeah. Okay. Next would be the nobleman's son, who... I'm trying to... he's a bastard. He would attack Meridia again, especially given the fact that she's stunned at the moment. Yeah, and Meridia will respond with her careful to see if she... Okay, Meridia takes 3 points of damage, and she'll take her level 3 stress as the nobleman's son slashes her. And she yells out in pain. Okay. Next will be Kyrie Ghost's turn, whom will shake her head at what Bladebeard just did. Yeah, I think she will try to attack the guards once again with her forceful. And now she takes 3 of them out simultaneously. 11 left with an arcane blast. Okay, next it's your guys' turns.
I guess I can go first. I'll try to catch the nobleman's son off guard and kick him away.
Okay, roll your quick for me, please. And you are unable to do that, and since he succeeded with style, he will get another charge on the fact that you are overextended. Okay. Buhd or Bladebeard?
Bladebeard will stand up, a big grin on his face.
Yeah, you are covered in blood.
Yeah,
Is
his
he
beard.
gonna turn into the Joker?
Yeah, his beard is redder than usually, and he just yells, "Who's next?" And I guess I'll attack the guards with the let's hit them with the ancient troll artifact.
Okay. Yeah, that won't go badly. Okay. Okay.
Forceful?
Yeah, it would be forceful, yeah.
I don't think I can spin this to be quick, so yeah.
Okay.
Forceful.
Yeah, I rolled to defend already. They got a 4, so you do not succeed.
Yeah, I hit one of their shields or something, yeah.
Okay. As you make contact, as the staff makes contact with the shield, the contact will provoke a small explosion of magic, which will push you back a little bit, Bladebeard. You surmise that if you had landed a hit with that, it would have been pretty bad. But you'll also surmise that this is probably not the way the staff was intended to be used.
Alright.
Okay. Buhd's turn.
Buhd goes for another kick with his hooves.
Okay, please roll your forceful then.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, they succeed with style. Yeah, I'll get another advantage on Open Ogre.
Jeez.
Okay.
I'm tempted to do a reroll, but
I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because the guardsmen got the best possible roll on their defense. So yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Next would be the Archmage's turn, who, seeing this bastard keep charging at her will like snap out of it and attempt to, while you are like engaging him, will try to drive a frostbolt at the guy. And a tie means the Archmage gets an advantage. Is there anything the Archmage can use? Benjamin, will you allow the Archmage to use a charge of Duel of the Fates to deal 2 damage?
Sure.
Okay. You do so. And this means that the nobleman will take 2 damage, which forces him to take his level 3 stress, I think. Very well. Next will be the guardsman's turn, who once again, they will attack you, Buhd. How do you defend yourself?
Buhd again tries to use his cannon as a shield.
Okay, please go ahead then. And roll your forceful. Ooh, nice. You succeed with style, which means you get an advantage. What would you like your advantage to be called?
Graceful Buhd.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's very graceful right now.
Yeah, you just got an advantage. Nicely done. Next, the nobleman's son. What would he do? He'll first yell at you, Benjamin, say, "Is she of worth to you?" She meaning the Archmage. Is she of worth to you, traitor? Have you gone soft in your retirement?
Be honest, I wouldn't mind retirement right now.
Okay. He will once again try to attack the Archmage because he realizes that the Archmage is the easier target. And he deals 5 damage to the Archmage. Okay. How would the Archmage take 5 damage?
He can also use damage somehow.
Thank you, Bladebeard.
Let's see.
7 damage. Okay. Well, she's already taken her level 3 stress, so she will take her level 2 stress and her level 1 stress and her level 4 consequence. Her level 4 consequence will be grievously slashed. FYI, you guys, if the Archmage takes 1 more hit, she is down and this guy is aiming to kill.
Alright guys, time to team up on this dude.
Okay, next will be Kyrie's turn. Kyrie, seeing this, will probably try to create a barrier to defend the Archmage of Arcane Energy. 5, difficulty 2, and she creates 1 barrier. Protected Archmage, I'll call it. Okay, next will be your guys' turns.
I guess I'll go.
Go ahead if you'd like, Buhd.
Alright, Buhd will push the guards away from him, and he will run over to slam his cannon on top of the noggin of the bastard son.
Okay, roll for me a quick then, and I will roll his, his, whatchamacallit? Yeah, his own quick. Okay, a tie means you get an advantage. What would you like this advantage to be called?
Can I use my fate point to boost that up to a 3?
Certainly. What are you invoking?
Let's see. Let me look at my good old fate points. Former warlord.
Makes sense. So you would deal 2 damage to him. Okay, how is he going to take 2 damage? Yeah, he has to take a level 2 consequence. But what would you like the level 2 consequence to be called?
Hit by a cannon.
Okay. Makes sense to me. Very well. Next, it's Bladebeard or Benjamin.
I guess I can go. I'll try to lunge at the nobleman's son and try to pin him down.
Okay, then roll forceful, probably. Yeah, it will definitely be forceful in this case. Okay, and I'll roll to defend. You get an advantage.
I'll use
BRB, I just messed up the camera. But please talk while I rearrange stuff.
I'll use dislocated shoulder and hit by a cannon.
Okay, well, this means, yeah, you can only, by the way, it's the same thing if you use 1 or 2, he would have to take his level 6 consequence.
Oh, okay, then, just one of them, I guess. I'll just use the dislocated shoulder since I did that.
Very well. What would you like the level 6 consequence to be called? Keeping in mind that a level 6 is a grievous wound that will like stick with him for a long while.
I was trying to think what lunging at him would do that would stick around for a while. I guess I could break his pelvis or something because he felt like butt with his butt. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking kind of around the same thing. Hurtful fall, or if you want to be more specific, like.
I think hurtful fall is fine.
Okay. Very well. Okay. Next would be Bladebeard's turn.
Alright, I guess he realized something about the staff. That he's not supposed to hit things with it. I don't know, he isn't really a magic user, but I guess he holds the staff and imagines lightning hitting the guards. He knows that it's somehow connected to low storms and stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking how this would work. Let me think for a little bit. Describe it for me for a little bit more. So you're thinking of like lightning hitting these guards, but what are you doing with the staff, like physically?
Gripping it with both hands and pointing the front end towards them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then roll for me a forceful, please.
Alright. +2, yeah.
Okay. You take one of the guards out, 10 left, and while you're still like gripping it and thinking of it, the lightning, it continues to emanate lightning. It doesn't like kill anyone, but it does set like the fields behind the guard you just killed on fire. And the staff shows no signs of like stopping.
Bladebeard just holds it and he's laughing madly.
Sure. Okay. Archmage's turn. The Archmage is in a bit of a dilemma because if you guys hit one more hit on the nobleman's son, he'll be taken out of the fight. But at the same time, if she is hit one more time, she'll be probably killed.
I mean, I think it would be be hard for her to hit him since I'm kind of on top of him, I guess.
Yeah, and Buhd is also there, very true. Then, if you guys agree, she would like to form a nice barrier around herself.
I guess that's fine.
Okay. Plus, it'll be forceful. Okay, difficulty 2, okay. I'll just put another charge on Protected Archmage, since it's kind of the same thing. Okay. Next, the Guardsman. Seeing this, yeah, I think they will rush Bladebeard. Yeah. Bladebeard, how do you defend yourself?
Can I, Yes, something with the staff. Can I summon more lightning in front of me or something
You
to
can.
scare them off?
You can. Again, narratively you can, but in terms of game mechanics, you will not deal damage with this. You're just defending yourself.
Yeah. Just like it hits in front of me,
Okay.
and they are like
Again,
they
the
pull
staff is continuously shooting lightning, so you need only like aim in their direction.
All right. Do I roll something?
Yeah, roll your forceful, it would be.
Five.
You succeed with style, meaning you get an advantage. What would you like the advantage to be called?
Shock guard.
Sure. Okay. The nobleman's son's turn. Narratively, Benjamin, you've like pinned him and like severely hurt him while he's falling. I don't think it would make sense narratively for him to like attack anyone else. But I also think he's not an idiot and will not continue to attack. So at this point he is going to concede the fight. And he's also going to yell at the remaining guards, "Run away, you idiots!" Yeah, at this point the combat would end because your opponents have surrendered. Now, since they've surrendered, you don't get to like kill them, but you get to like dictate 90% of the turns, but I get a little bit of say. How does it sound that you take the nobleman's son captive and the guards escape?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well. Then I will also like remove all of these advantages because the combat is over. Okay. You guys see, yeah, the nobleman's son surrenders and drops his blade. And all of the guards begin running away. What do you guys do?
Well, I'll try to secure the nobleman's son first.
As you secure him, he will say, "Not to dampen your enthusiasm, trader, but I don't think I can move anymore on my own. Oh, damn." And he coughs up a bit of blood. You come to the conclusion that he must have broken something quite important when you tackled him.
I pat him on the back and say, "You'll be fine."
Ah! He screams in pain when you do that.
Bud carry him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, Karigosa will go to the Archmage, who is grievously wounded herself, and like ensure she's at the very least somewhat alright. And like bandage her wounds.
Did my magical thing stop, or am I still
What
shooting
are you
lightning?
doing at the moment? The answer will depend on that.
I guess once I see that all the guards escape, I guess I try to calm myself and try to calm the storm that I created.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. I think you will successfully calm the storm, but at the same time, you will hear the familiar at this point voice of Zulgaga in your head who will say, "My good captain, what caused you to expend so much magical energy? Do you need my help? Do you need my help to kiss your boo-boo?"
No, no, where are you? Where are you hiding? You coward!
If you took my grandfather's staff, you should already have a bit of a hint of where I be hiding. The legend be well known. I be
What?
waiting for you, Captain.
No, tell me! Where are you?
As a Bladebeard is screaming into the air, I'll approach him slowly and just say, "If you pull something like that again, I'll personally punch all your teeth out."
Bladebeard, before you reply, I would like to offer you a compel, which you are obligated to accept because you are out of fate points. Namely, your pirate captain without its a ship or crew aspect. I would like to compel you that regarding the treasures you stole, sure, the staff is visible, but everything else, you kind of want to, at the very least, hide it from Kyrie and the Archmage, who, the nosy people that they are, will probably want to take it away from you. You can show the other artifacts to Benjamin, Buhd, Shallan, etc., but not to Kyrie or the Archmage. It would be too annoying to have to hand them over or something, with the exception that they've already seen the staff. So this is referring mainly to the hourglass and the orb. Make sense?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Why somehow, it's kind of hard to compel Bladebeard because I was already planning to do that.
Well, I will
of course.
I will still compel you to
Yeah.
give you an extra reason to respect that. Okay. Feel free to reply to Benjamin.
Do I still hear Golga?
You hear laughter in your mind, but you also hear that laughter receding as it did before.
I'll hunt you to the end of the world. Stupid witch. Where is she?
Benjamin, Bladebeard just called you a stupid witch.
I try to kick him with not a lot of force. Kind of just to jolt him awake wherever he is mentally, I guess.
Sure. He's not on the ground, he is standing, but yeah.
I can't really punch him at his height, so...
You've done it before, but sure.
But I guess. But I'll just go for a kick.
Bladebeard, Benjamin kicks you.
Hey Benjamin. We won, right? Yeah.
Well, with your methods, I'd maybe rather have taken an extra punch or two.
What are you talking about?
I hope you heard me. Next time, I'll punch your teeth out.
Why? I mean, I'm the good guy, right?
Look at that woman over there. What are you, a ghoul?
No, but I mean, she's evil.
Do we not bite into necks?
Oh!
We don't.
Right? Maybe I went a bit overboard with killing her, but she deserved it.
Still, just look at yourself.
Yeah, pretty cool. The thing with the thunder and stuff, right?
I'll go for another kick, but this time serious. If I can help it, I'll take his golden tooth out.
I'll try to catch his fist.
Okay, roll Benjamin forceful, Bladebeard quick probably.
Sure.
Or forceful, up to you.
Yeah, I'll go with quick.
You catch his fist with style because of the difference. Like, think of like an action movie or an anime where like like it's meant to signify Bladebeard is stronger than Benjamin, at least in this circumstance.
Calm down, Benjamin. The fight is over.
Fine, but I'm done with you for today. And I just walk away from Bladebeard.
Well, we are not done with Lord Roswell. Also, one of his guys survived.
Well, 11 of them survived, all things considered.
Yeah, but one is still here.
I don't reply and just keep walking away.
Are you headed to like the Archmage, Kyrie, and
Probably go check how they're holding up.
the Archmage got slashed up a lot, and ironically enough, it has to lean on Kyrie for support. As she sees you approach, the Archmage will say, "That was difficult. Are you well?"
But I think, all things considered, I think this went better for me than most times.
Did you, she will sort of whisper, well, obviously Kyrie would hear, but she'll sort of like whisper, "Did you see what Bladebeard just did?"
I tried to talk with him, but he doesn't seem to have noticed anything wrong in his behavior.
By the light, I've only seen this kind of thing in someone who's not undead. When shipments of infected grain were available everywhere, that was horrifying.
Yeah, sadly, it's something I've seen a couple of times before.
By the way, the nobleman's son is lying on the ground because he can't stand on his own, and he sort of looks around, says, "So, what's to be my fate, dear executioners?"
Well, I think you take us all for Bladebeards, but that's not the case.
He coughs up some more blood, and he says, "Ugh, for whatever's worth, I don't understand my father's obsession with having you killed. Honestly, you obviously don't know anything to leak to anyone."
Well, I wondered the same myself. He kind of just sent a mercenary troop to find me, but well, I guess we'll maybe find out soon enough.
What are Buhd and Bladebeard doing?
Buhd?
Buhd reaches down to pick up the bastard son and kind of just cradles him.
As soon as you pick him up, he screams out in agony since his back is broken.
Buhd,
"Are you trying
continues
to kill me? Ah!"
Is he supposed to do that?
Kari will hurriedly tell you, if you don't want him dead, just leave him down gently.
Bud puts him back down gently.
Okay, he still whines in agony at that, but he is alive. If you had continued to like cradle him, yeah, you would have killed him.
Wait,
You know good.
Wait, we don't want him dead?
Guess so.
As you like approach the rest of the group, Bladebeard, you see the Archmage looks at you with like a mixture of horror and hatred. Well, not hatred, and anger, and like tries to keep her distance from you. And Kyrie also looks at you with a look of like disappointment, I guess.
Bud joins the group shortly after.
Yeah, you're on the scene. All of you guys are together, including the NPCs, and also you see in the distance they're like 2 minutes away or so, walking towards you. The rest of your companions who were not teleported ahead.
So, what we do now?
Kyrie at this point will like feel for like one of her pockets and will like touch something and will say, I'll be right back, and you see her teleport away without explanation.
I can just scratch my head.
And since she was supporting Meridia sort of stumbles to the ground. Unless someone catches her.
I guess I'll go with that.
Okay. As you catch her, she says, oh, thank you. Oh, damn dragon. Well... So what do we do with him? None of us are healers as far as I'm aware. The guy is still like writhing in pain.
Well, there's one way to ease his pain.
I just look away from Bladebeard as in, yeah, no.
If you're going to kill me, just kill me already, but don't hand me over to that ghoul of yours.
Who's the ghoul? Is it Bud?
He means Captain Bladebeard, says the Archmage.
Okay, good, because Bud was very attractive to be a ghoul.
So?
Well, I didn't really mean to break whatever he was when I jumped at him, so he might be a bit of a liability to transport.
Well, it says the Archmage. If we want him alive, maybe we can ask Kyrie to teleport him back to the ship and have someone take care of him there.
I guess with the mage gone, them teleporting to the ship shouldn't be an issue, so I guess that could be a way to handle things.
Sounds like a good idea to Bud. Go poof, be gone. No more groaning and yelling and ghoul calling.
The bastard son just sort of mutters under his breath. And at this point, before like the rest of your companions come to join you, Kyrie will teleport back with a very stern and serious expression on her face, and she will turn to you guys. Do you guys like react at all when she teleports back?
Yes, we're startled by her quick return.
Okay, and then she teleports back. Again, she regards you with a very serious expression and says, Grunvask just called me. This person, he points at the in pain nobleman's son, will say, this person's father's lackeys just teleported to the ship and kidnapped Shallan and, well, Johnny.
What? Johnny? Shallan? Why weren't they with you?
Because I'm here, not there.
Wait, but Seema came and the undead girl and why was Shallan and Johnny? Why were they on the ship?
Do you think we should have brought the whole crew and left the ship unattended?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's only so many people you can teleport anyways.
But no, they have Shallan and Johnny.
Yes, this will have to speed up our plans. I would assume they would have learned that keeping you around just causes more trouble.
I'm not quite done, says Kyrie. And she turns with a serious look to you, Benjamin, and says, one of the kidnappers wore a red mask and said, to give you a message, you and Bladebeard to come alone or by sunset to Lord Razo's estate, or Shallan and Johnny are dead.
So much for not walking into a trap.
Wait, what? Shallan dead?
Oh, go ahead.
Not yet.
Oh, okay, good. But Buhd got worried there.
Well, we can all teleport there, right? We don't need to come alone.
Kyrie
Well, I'm sure they're ready to slit Shallan and Johnny's throats.
Kyrie will say, I don't know how you want to approach this, but this Lord Razo seems like a very ruthless man. Those kidnappers arrived after she points at the nobleman's son on the floor after we defeated them. At least corroborating what Grunvast told me.
Then how is that possible? Their mage was Do they have another mage?
You know that better than I would.
I didn't really spend much time here.
Yeah, I didn't see any other mage.
The bastard son will say, Lord Razo has trackers on all of us. He knows if someone dies and always has a stupid backup plan.
What a loving father you must be.
Well, you're not dead. We can trade you, right?
If he gave out that threat, it means I have no value to him. You would be trading nothing.
Oh, but maybe he cares about the thing I stole. The golden staff of thunder.
What is that, Bladebeard? Says Kyrie, sort of extending a hand towards you.
Like I said, golden staff of thunder. You saw me use it.
May I have a look?
Yeah, sure. I give her the staff.
This isn't like an obligation, Bladebeard, but keep in mind what the compel was. Just
Yeah, other two, right?
yeah, but it's something to keep in mind also for the staff. Not an obligation, but something at the back of your mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You still give her a staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll take a look.
She definitely.
In the meantime, I'll whisper to Buhd. Doesn't that kind of look like that lower dude's staff?
You don't look like Shorties stuff to Buhd.
Yeah, apparently it belonged to one of Dugalga's and Hakala's ancestors. Not Shango, but like someone who died like years ago.
Who is says Kyrie? Who is this Zolgalga?
Oh, she's the worst. She took everything from me. My ship, my crew, my seashell collection, everything.
Buhd really like that seashell collection. Very crunchy in Bud's mouth.
Wait, you took that? I thought...
No, Buhd didn't take it, but only snack on it sometimes.
Oh, I always thought that crabs would come and take their homes back. That was you?
No, it was the crabs. Oh, yeah, that sounded like Buhd.
Roll your sneaky. And I guess I'll roll careful.
Okay.
You guys feel free to go ahead and do that.
What even is Buhd sneaky?
0.
Your sneaky is 0, bud.
Yeah, Buhd is not sneaky one bit.
Come on, more than...
-0, -1.
You could have gotten a -4, and that was the worst possible roll.
True.
Bladebeard, you know Bud's lying.
Yeah, I just look at him kind of angry, but I look back at Kizzy.
Yeah, Kyrie is still inspecting the staff and say, like, contemplating for a little bit. She doesn't hand the staff back to you. She'll say, Captain Bladebeard, have you ever heard of a troll named Minloth?
If I did, I forgot.
Noted. Do you mind if I keep this to avoid incidents like what just happened during our fight?
I mean, it's kind of important to me. I could speak to Zugalga through it.
You can speak.
Yeah, and maybe I can get her to tell me where she is. This is the key to getting my life back. You understand?
Kyrie will look at Buhd, and she'll say, well, I think you've known your captain more than anyone else. Do you trust his judgment?
We getting ship back?
Maybe. I heard her. She was talking to me. And also I didn't hurt anyone I didn't want with it. I shoot a bit of thunder and lightning and all end well.
Captain Bladebeard, she says this while handing the staff slowly back to you. She says, in the interest of helping you with getting your ship back, do take this staff back, but keep in mind that you have a very dangerous and, if my hunch is correct, a long forgotten artifact and long lost artifact in your possession that should not be in someone else's hands.
Well, every weapon is dangerous in my hands, first of all. And,
As you say that, she withdraws the staff from giving it to you and says, "Please take this seriously, Captain Bladebeard. This staff has an untold amount of power in it, and if my hunch is right, could be very dangerous in the wrong hands indeed. Do keep in mind that this is not to reach the hands of this Zulgalga person, no matter what."
of course, once I lay my eyes on her, she's dead.
Shouldn't we keep staff then far away from mean troll steely ship lady?
Kyrie does not say anything. She awaits Bladebeard's reply if he has any.
I shrug.
Would think it's smart to keep staff in Vaulty place.
The Archmage will step up and say, "Wait, but..." Wounded as she is, she's still gasping for breath. "If this staff is so important, I believe we should surrender it to the Teeironor to safeguard it. We shouldn't allow this to roam Azeroth freely." And at this point, Kyrie will say, "With all due respect, Archmage, I have little faith in the Teeironor's ability to safeguard artifacts." And the Archmage has an offended look on her face, but says nothing.
Maybe we keep it in treasure place, like Bladebeard and Buhd Crew used to do. We'll put all our plunder in a nice, comfy place and play with it when we board. That's what Buhd do.
Oh yeah, sure. Also, the staff is quite large. Can you do the same thing you did with the other powerful artifact and make it smaller?
Not without also imprisoning it.
Oh yeah. And I wouldn't be able to speak with the witch if it was imprisoned.
Well, naturally.
Alright, I mean, alright. Buhd, would you like to carry it for me?
Kyrie, before you reply, Kyrie will turn to you and say, "But do understand that if you accept this request, you would have to be very careful with this." She seems insistent upon it. Skoll, you here? Your microphone might have died again.
Alright, hello.
Okay, you are back.
Yeah, the program went dead again. Does that sometimes.
No worries.
But take good care of it like a baby kitten.
She will then, Kyrie will then turn to Benjamin and she will say, "Benjamin, can I ask you to be Buhd's backup regarding this?"
Keep an eye on him. And if I may ask, what's so dangerous about this artifact falling into this Zol whatever's hands?
Well, she hands the staff to Buhd first off, and she will say, "I will ask you the same question that I asked Captain Bladebeard, have you ever heard of a troll named Minloth?
Can't say I have.
It's a Gurubashi legend that, well, I can confirm is quite true, frankly, because the Blue Dragonflight sensed the events that transpired. In short, this, if my hunch is right, used to be the staff of a troll named Minloth, nicknamed the Serpent, who wielded such impressive power, supposedly, perhaps thanks to this staff and thanks to another artifact, that he invoked the wrath of Neptulon himself. And, well, when Neptulon then sent Kraken to destroy this Minloth, Minloth used this staff to fight off the Kraken, at least for a bit, but the Kraken eventually won and destroyed and sunk his entire city. Or at least as far as the legend goes. Which, again, I can confirm. Go ahead.
How did this Lord Roswell get this staff? Is he working with Zugalga?
I obviously have no clue. You know Zulgalga better than I do, says Kyrie. Again, she has handed the staff over to Buhd. And she says, "Where did you find it?"
You know, the master thief I am. While I was escaping his estate, I looked around for, treasures and stuff, and I ran into a shiny golden thing, and I thought, why not take it? So I took it.
The Archmage will roll her eyes in the background, and Kyrie will say, "Noted, but was this... where was it kept? Was it... I don't imagine it was on Lord Roswell's possession, but was it easy to access, or...?"
For me, yes, but I guess it was guarded, but all the guards searched for me, so they were not on their post. It was like a room with a bunch of useless items, and that one looked shiny, so I took it. And I heard Zugalga speak to me, and I kept it.
My hunch is that they are not connected then. At least Lord Roswell doesn't necessarily know about Zulgalga. Otherwise, he probably would have kept this staff closer at hand for ease of communication. At least that's my hunch.
Oh, he is just like a collector. Oh yeah, he wants the orb, right? The one from Buhd Bay. He just collects dangerous magical things. Is that his thing?
Were there any other dangerous magical things there, Bladebeard?
I don't know. I didn't touch everything in that room.
She looks at you for a little bit, knowing your nature, but shakes her head. At this point, the rest of your companions have arrived on the scene. And Hergen, seeing the nobleman's son on the ground, will give him a kick, and the nobleman's son will scream in agony. And Hergen will scoff.
I'll just sigh.
Seema will also eye the nobleman's son, and as the rest of the group approaches you guys, and they will say, Seema will say rather, "Took a prisoner, I see. What do we do with him?"
Well, I guess so. We're still discussing what to do with him exactly.
as the son is screaming in agony, you say, "Just kill me and be done with it if you're going to kill me. Ah!" Hergen makes a motion of drawing his sword and says, "If none of you have the stomach, I can do it. Been looking forward to doing that for a while, to be honest."
But
Yep.
his stomach.
I'm sure
But
you do,
his
bud.
big stomach.
I'm sure you do, big guy.
Hey, please stop thinking about murder for a while and just think what you're gonna do next.
"Well, what are we going to do next? We're going back to the ship, right?" says Hergen. And the Archmage will say, no, not the Archmage, the Kyrie will say, "Probably not an option, dear Hergen, because the nobleman's operatives have kidnapped their friend and Johnny." And Hergen has a look of anger on his face. And say, "Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go hunt them down."
Yeah,
Well, it seems that one of those Defias people left a message for me, and Lord Roswell basically insisted that only me and Bladebeard show up before sunset, otherwise he'll kill both Shallan and Johnny.
Nasty man.
well, maybe, I snuck out of his estate. Maybe I can sneak in. I know most of you aren't very sneaky people. Maybe John Cena, but maybe he and I can rescue them, and then after they are no longer in his possession, we just raid his castle and kill everyone in it.
Do we even have time to do that? It might be a bit tight to reach his estate by sunset already.
"Yes," says Kyrie. And Kyrie will say, "Fred specifically said that we should be there this evening, and, well, time is already short."
Well, we should start walking then. Walk and talk. Also, maybe we can get some horses. There are a bunch of peasants around.
I have an alternate plan, the one I'm not particularly eager to Kyrie size. But first off, again, what do we do about him? Says, pointing at the moaning guy on the floor.
Honestly, I don't really see another non-murderous way to deal with him aside from sending him back to the ship.
You can freeze him like the Draenei.
No, he's not dying, and the Draenei, well, the Draenei is not in a good state. Well, but I agree with the sending him back to the ship plan, and I can do that if you all agree.
Sure.
Kyrie will also receive a nod of approval from the Archmage. Hergen, Vera, and Sima are indifferent, so Kyrie will then turn to Buhd and Benjamin for their opinions.
And they gave the opinion, so I guess I agree.
Okay. Buhd?
Buhd agrees.
Okay. Then Kyrie will walk to this guy and she will conjure a piece of paper on which she will briefly write something, put it on the guy's chest, and then teleport both him and the paper to presumably the ship. And Kyrie will turn back and say, bit of insurance so that Grunvask doesn't think there are more invaders.
Also, I see that Meridia, you've been better. Should we teleport her back?
I don't want to hear that from you. She says that with a bit of disdain, but she will say, if it helps with getting this whole situation over with, then I'm glad to help even in this present state. Kyrie, as she returns to the group, will say, now, the plan I wanted to propose, which would definitely save us a lot of time, but I'm not particularly eager to do so. I could just fly everyone there.
Amazing. I mean,
Well, as much as that seems like a bit of an adventure, it may, for one, scare the locals, and two, make our entry not very stealthy, much on the opposite. You're basically telling Roswell that we have a dragon on our side.
I would also like to remind everyone that the tracker on Bladebeard's arm is active, and now Roswell just heard the words "We have a dragon on our side."
No! Oh,
that's
no.
right. The mage woman is dead. The spell no longer works. It's fine now.
That's what you think, okay.
Yeah, that's why I killed her first.
Sure. Okay. Kyrie will shake her head and say, but before we do that, Captain, when we first reunited, your arms started glowing before these people teleported in. May I see it?
Yeah, sure. Just cure me of any spells I have on me. Just remove them all.
Okay. As she inspects your arm, she is going to do a careful check. Let me find her. Okay. It will be difficulty 4.
Alright, can I know
Go ahead.
Bladebeard also not very magical person, but can I assist her? Tell her where I was touched. Just describe what she did.
Not for this. This is
All right.
something else.
Alright.
Okay, she fails. She starts to dispel the rune on your hand, Bladebeard, and to you it starts getting really, really hot suddenly. You have like a moment to react. But Kyrie has an expression of, oh no, I messed something up. You have like a moment to react. And everyone has a moment to react as they see this.
I pull my hand back.
Kyrie yells out, no, don't. And at this point, your arm will catch on fire, Bladebeard.
I start screaming and blowing at it.
The Archmage will quickly cast a frost spell to try to remove the fire. And I will roll her forceful. And she succeeds. Okay. The fire's been put out. But as like everything clears, you will notice that the marker is still there.
Did that do it?
The opposite, I think.
What kind of nasty magic is this, anyways?
The magic of, well, a very paranoid and cautious person. Or at least someone who has commissioned a very paranoid and cautious spell.
Well, let's hope that she was his most powerful wizard.
Well, even Kyrie, like, I'm trying to remember, does Kyrie know that your arm is a transmitter? I think she does. Yeah, I think she does. Okay. So she will say, Bladebeard. She makes like a shooing motion and also points at your arm to like justify why she's shooing you away.
Yeah, sure. And I walk to the guard corpses and stay there.
Sure.
I'm going to loot them.
Okay. As you do that, Kari will say, well, I can still fly everyone there, but maybe not all the way, just part of the way to speed up and to help on time. We are running a little late.
Since we're late, I think we don't have much of a choice.
Hergen looks uncharacteristically terrified at the prospect. Yeah, and Kyrie will say, but afterwards, what's the plan?
Honestly, I'm a bit torn on this. For one, I don't really want to walk into a trap, but I also don't want to have the death of Shalan and Johnny on my mind.
At this point, Seema will speak up and say, why don't we turn the trap on its head? You and the dwarf walk in, unescorted, unarmed, as requested, while the rest of us try to sneak in.
Well, I guess that could work if we dealt a significant blow to his forces, but it may be otherwise a bit hard to sneak around everyone.
What do you think, big guy? Up for a sneaking mission? He says to Buhd.
Buhd is really good at sneaking.
Yes, I can tell, he says sarcastically.
So we gonna sneak then?
Kari will then say, well, if we're going to do that, I do have the coordinates from when Bladebeard was imprisoned. We can go there in the prison cell and fight our way and sneak our way from inside the prison cells.
Bladebeard, were there any other prisoners to your
Bladebeard
knowledge?
is away because of the mark. But you can yell out to him if you'd like, but yeah.
No. I guess that does depend if there's more prisoners. If there's only Bladebeard, that could be a good idea since the dungeons would probably be unguarded.
At this point, Seema will look at Buhd for his opinion, especially because if you guys are going to follow this plan, Buhd will be leading the infiltration mission as the only player character on that feeder.
Is Buhd leading sneak attack?
Well, they're your friends, so I guess so. Up for it? Or should we do something else?
Well, Buhd not usually sneaky type, but Buhd wants to save friends, so if that good best plan, we do it.
Seema will nod and turn to Benjamin and to everyone else. The NPCs will go along with whatever the players decide.
I'll nod at Seema.
Okay. Then Seema will wave Bladebeard to come back to the group. and Hergen will, no, not Hergen. Kyrie will tell everyone again to everyone as in Buhd, Benjamin, and the NPCs to remember, don't talk about important stuff.
All right.
I'll do
Bladebeard.
I'll zip shut motion.
All right.
DoomGoblin?
I also. What weapons did the guards have?
Mostly
Like
axes.
axes?
Mostly
Yeah.
axes. You would have seen like one or two crossbows, but because of the overall chaos, they didn't have the opportunity to use them. If you were looting them, roll for me a careful, and according to how well your careful goes, I will tell you what you managed to discover.
-1.
They were shiny stuff. Well,
All right.
kind of shiny.
I'll take 2 one-handed axes.
Since you are missing
As
your
mine.
swords at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. And do you return to the group as Sima waves you?
Yeah.
Okay, Sima says, We've reached an agreement. You and Benjamin Aaran will surrender. Just as the nobleman requested. We have no means of fighting to free our friends, unfortunately.
All right. I'll roll Bladebeard careful to see if he can tell
Okay.
that Sima is lying.
Feel free to set your own difficulty for this, because it's your character.
Yeah. Let's go with. This should be easy. Let's go with. I don't know. 1.
Okay.
All right.
You
Yeah. Yeah. We don't really have any other options.
Yes, it is quite unfortunate, isn't it? Sima says, turning to Benjamin, and he will make a gesture of say something convincing.
Well, you've been there twice already, so we'll be fine.
Okay. And Kari will say, well, should I take you to there then? But as she says you two, she also makes a gesture as if I'm taking everyone.
Well, yes, let's go.
All right. All of you can return to the ship.
Yeah, after I take you to there, I will return and teleport everyone. Do stay put. And at this point, Kyrie will turn into her dragon form as soon as I find it. There you go. Standard blue dragon model. Nothing special, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right. There you go, Thompshire. Your next project.
I was actually thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, and as you see this towering dragon looming over you, she makes a motion to a gesture of hop on, but she's trying to to not say anything.
All right, let's hop on this horse.
Oh, she doesn't. She doesn't actually say hop on, but yeah.
I guess
All right, Benjamin, let's go.
Yeah, I guess I approached the dragon, dragging Meridi with me since she's already there, I guess.
Do you assist Meridia in getting on? She would definitely need it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And you guys travel for 10 minutes riding on a dragon fairly high up in the sky. What are your guys' reactions? You will see in the background Hergen is vomiting and hanging on for dear life.
I'm kind of still in shock that I'm actually riding a dragon, but I seem to be having somewhat some fun considering everything.
We.
Yeah, Bladebeard, I guess at first he's terrified, but I mean, he gets excited and, you know, wh- when he heard that she's a dragon, you know,
I remember.
from that moment on,
I
he
remember.
he dreamed of riding on a dragon one day, and this is amazing.
As you say, the archmage will like nudge you, Buhd, and say, "Keep quiet. The nobleman doesn't know we're coming." It's up to
Yeah.
it's up to you, Buhd, if you actually hear that, considering you're flying high up in the sky. I leave it up to you.
I mean, but saying we a lot probably isn't the most out there thing, but I mean, he kind of just keeps saying we a little bit, and
Well, the nobleman thinks that only Benjamin and Bladebeard are coming, and not nobody else.
People should have been more, people probably should have told Buhd not to say anything then.
Benjamin and Bladebeard, you also see Buhd yelling "we," and the archmage trying to cajole him.
And I don't think I can do much from here, so I'll just try to wave at him to shut up.
But Buhd just waves back at Benjamin.
At this point, Buhd, I would like to ask to you to roll a sneaky, Buhd, difficulty 2. Yeah. To see if your wheeze were heard. Oh, close. You are able to spend fate points or your inspiration if you want, but it's up to you.
Sure, I might as well spend my inspiration.
Okay.
Since
It's
I can't
having
use
some
it.
inspired low wheeze.
Yeah.
Okay, then your sneak is successful. Very well. And at this point, Kyrie will touch down and she will say, well, good luck out there, Bladebeard, Benjamin, sort of indicating that only the two of you should drop off, at least for the moment.
I'll hop off.
Bladebeard?
Yeah, he hops off as
Okay.
well.
Then Kyrie will fly off and say, go ahead.
Before that, I hand Meridia my sword and the knife I have in my belt.
Okay. She takes them carefully and probably like attaches them to her belts for safekeeping. Okay. Then afterwards, Kyrie will like fly for another like half a kilometer or something before touching down, where the rest of the group with Buhd in tow will disembark, and Kyrie will once again turn. Where did I put it? Yeah, I put it there. Will turn into her human form, and she will motion to everyone and say, "Well." Probably should have discussed the signal with Benjamin and Bladebeard first, but let's wait for 10, 15, 20 minutes before teleporting into the prison cells. She says, especially asking Buhd regarding this.
Okay.
Okay, and the other NPCs will also nod. And I think it's a good spot to end today's session.
Yeah. I think that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Excellent work, everyone. This session was really well done, I think.
A lot of action, mainly, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised how somewhat unhurt we were in the fight.
Yeah, you mostly suffered temporary damage. I think you guys definitely had the advantage because of Kyrie, because she has way better stats than everyone there. If Kyrie hadn't been there, things would have been a lot more equal. But you guys also did very well, and you guys did most of the work, not Kyrie. I don't want to undermine that. Especially Bladebeard, DoomGoblin rather, what you did versus the Defias Mage Woman.
Yeah.
Especially how we, well,
Well, maybe not the ending, but yeah.
Well, I guess him biting mages is becoming a theme. So
I hadn't
yeah.
even thought of that, but yeah, another reason for the Archmage to dislike you, sure. By the way, Buhd, would you still be in your Draenei form?
He hasn't turned it off.
Very true.
I don't even think he knows how to turn it off, to be fair. So, and he hasn't really.
it's also a very good point.
Yeah, I forgot to ask about that during the game. It never came up.
I will say like above board. Buhd, you probably have like 20 or so minutes left to the disguise, because it doesn't last for like an entire day, only for like several hours. And
Right.
you've already used it for like at least 4 hours. So yeah. It's only got like
He doesn't really know the time frame of it, and he's like he said from the start, he's just kind of enjoying himself.
Game wise, would like my stunt be transferred to Buhd? How would that work?
For the sake of the narrative, because Fate Accelerated does place a narrative over mechanics. While Buhd has your thing, your stunt is disabled, and just while Buhd has it, he will be able to use it. But I will say that Buhd, you should return Benjamin's orb sooner rather than later.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
he might turn into another horrible thing. Who knows?
I'm sure when it wears off, or if Benjamin's like, "Hey, can I have my orb back?" We'll have a thing with Benjamin and Buhd. I'll be sad at first, but
Sure.
he's not as bad about taking things as his captain is. So.
And fun fact, he'll be keeping the cloth he has on his chest when he returns to an ogre, so that's something to look forward to, I guess.
He's gonna miss his tail.
I imagine it would maybe it would rip, but maybe it would also scale with the reversion. Hard to tell.
Maybe he'll have tail phantom pains, I don't know.
No, I think the cloth would rip, because it wasn't part of like Buhd's original form before transforming.
I guess so.
But at the end of the day, the cloth was just like some scraps of clothing that Vera picked up in the hopes of making an improvised turban for herself. So there you go. Yeah. Otherwise, great session. I'm really glad regarding how the combat went. As in, I think it went very quickly. We didn't get like stuck, unlike say during the auction fight, etc., etc. I think it went really well.
I was like, yeah, let's use everything I have to kill this character. I mean, I guess gameplay wise, both her and the son, the bastard, were kind of equal in power, or
in terms of you mean the bastard and the mage in comparison with each other? I can actually tell you right now.
But also in story wise, killing her, she can teleport, she can
it makes the
do
most
magic
sense.
stuff.
Well, They are kind of equal, but their distribution is different. I will say, for instance, the mage was more clever than the bastard son, but the bastard son was quicker, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mage versus warrior stuff. You know how it is. Yeah. Otherwise, above board, your characters definitely would not know about Minlof, but do you guys know about him?
I think I saw him in one of your videos, actually. You talked about him, haven't you?
I have never heard of him, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I talked about him a few times in my videos.
Yeah, then I'm pretty sure I've heard of him, yeah.
Okay. Because the note that Bladebeard could have taken was basically fragments from the legend of Minlof that you can find in-game, though slightly altered to fit our narrative a bit more.
Ah.
So there you go.
I guess Shango's descendants are quite famous.
I suppose so. It is like a troll in-game. Yeah, you guys definitely would not have heard it. I was even very doubtful that Kairi would have ever heard of it, but I think she would have, because the blue dragons would have sensed the like disturbance of magical energy from like a bunch of krakens suddenly deciding to attack a city because of one spellcaster. And yeah. I will say there are more pieces to the story, at any rate. Also, the next episode, I imagine, will definitely be interesting. Quite probably the maybe finale of like the Roswell arc, or at least the high point of it, the culmination of sorts. Would that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. If we don't get captured or sidetracked or anything.
Yeah.
We will.
Bladebeard will find another heartstone that will teleport him to, I don't know,
Your heart's
Ogrimmar.
content.
Who knows? But by the way, Bladebeard, would you be bringing the artifacts that you stole with you? Well, actually, we cannot.
Yeah, the two that I'm hiding, right?
Yeah. The staff is currently in Buhd's possession.
Yeah.
But the orb and the hourglass, only you know about them.
I mean, at least I think that in the beginning of the next episode, Benjamin will probably tell Bladebeard to ditch his stuff or like keep it in a bush or something so he can get them later.
Sure, though.
He's carrying 2 axes at the moment, so.
True, and Roswell did ask that you guys go unarmed. But we will see in the next time how stuff plays out regarding that. Yeah, I hope. I'm looking forward to the possible culmination of this arc. But as you can see from like this combat, I am not afraid to kill important characters if need be.
I know.
At least I'll get rid of my almost brain death at long last.
Very possible. What can I say?
Sure, with the next session I'll get another horrible injury, but oh well.
Who knows? And yeah. Any other thoughts?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Then I think we can start going into our shoutouts as usual. Thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. The next episode will be posted on Sir Thompshire's channel, and I personally would like to ask the rest of our players to start introducing themselves. And as usual, in alphabetical order, DoomGoblin, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself? Not introduce yourself, sorry, talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm DoomGoblin, and I've been playing Captain Bladebeard, and usually you can find me on Twitter at DoomGoblin, some other sites as well. You can see them on the screen and in the description of this video.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, excited for the next episode.
Indeed. Next would be Sir Thompshire.
I'm Sir Thompshire, and you can find me both on YouTube and Twitter. I make machinima mainly, and some renders on the side, both for the campaign and just some random stuff. And yeah, that's all. I'm also very excited for next episode, where we'll finally lead with Mr. Roswell himself.
Mm-hmm. And your stuff is great. And next would be the host of this video, as I mentioned before, the owner of this channel, Skoll.
Hello. I was, as Buhd, and you guys know me. I do machinima, I do lore videos, I do lore speculation videos, what if scenarios, all that jazz. And you can find me on Twitter, and you can also find me sometimes on Twitch, which is more rare.
Oh, nice. I thought you mainly live streamed on YouTube.
What?
I thought you mainly live streamed on YouTube, but I could be mistaken.
I go on both. I do WoW stuff on YouTube and other games on Twitch.
Okay, then I will kindly ask you to shoot me a link to your Twitch channel so that I can put it on screen and in the description. Well, you put it in the description, but yeah. Okay, thank you. And also, once again, Skoll, happy birthday. Your birthday is in the future for us, but it will be in the past for the viewers. So, yeah, happy birthday once again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn 24. Woo!
There's an expression in my language that in regards to, like, I'm this many years old, that basically means, well, too many more. So that's what I'll say. Yeah. Thank you again. And I was your DM, Game Master Teeironor. I usually, when I have the time, do Warcraft lore videos focusing on niche topics, as well as this series. The delay on why I haven't made videos lately is because I'm still waiting for my book of the fairy tales of Azeroth to be delivered, because it still hasn't arrived yet. But yeah, once it arrives, maybe if I have time, I'll do videos. Yeah. Again, thank you to everyone for watching and listening to us. We'll be back next time, and we'll see all of you later. Goodbye, everybody.
See you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.